Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome to my kitchen. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Chef Natalie, founder of Elegantly Raw Cuisine, a doctor of clinical nutrition and functional medicine. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Tonight, I'm super excited. It's day 9 of our 21 days of raw foods, elegantly raw living cuisine, where we focus on raw living breakfast ideas. Breakfast ideas, recipes that will nourish your body from the cellular level. Tonight, we have a special, different recipe. For the past few days, we have been making recipes that are on the sweet side. Tonight, we're going to make a recipe or a dish that's more of a savory breakfast dish. Again, we here at Elegantly Raw Cuisine believe that food is medicine and medicine is your food. And we believe that we need to nourish ourselves for our cells to thrive and regenerate and to heal our bodies. And we believe that the best food for healing ourselves is the raw living food diet. We teach you how to create nourishing, healthy dishes where you can thrive on a raw food diet. Not just salads, smoothies. We teach you to make real nourishing, protein-rich foods that are bioavailable for your body. Anyway, enough talk and let's jump right into the recipe. So tonight's recipe is, well, let me just confess right now. I made half the recipe earlier. I was trying to play around with my camera to see if I can do an overhead view for you for this recipe, but I don't think it's possible. Let me try, hold on. Doesn't work. All right. So I'm trying to do some overhead view, but I have to get a different camera. So I'm hopeful you can see this recipe from the front camera. But anyways, I created the main part of the recipe in a different video, which you would see tomorrow. So in this recipe here, you will see how we put the dish together. So I forgot, I did not tell you the name of the recipe. The name of the recipe is Beet Infused Zucchini, or Zucchini Infused with Beet Juice, breakfast wraps. All right. So let me tell you what you'd need for this recipe. So for this recipe, you would need some type of filling. But tonight, I am using a sunflower tuna pate. Now, I hate using tuna in a plant-based recipe, but I wanted to give you the idea or the sense of the flavor that's in this particular dish. It has a fishy taste, and it's made from sprouted sunflower seeds, nori sheets, yellow or red or whatever color bell pepper, salt to taste, lemon juice, parsley or dill, fresh parsley or dill, and if you would like to add some celery in here, it would make the dish wonderful. So this is called a pate, and a pate is just a blend of herbs, some type of nut or seed with a vegetable, and then you could put additional flavors. That's basically what a pate is. It's a term used in the raw culinary world to create a dish that has like a meat type texture, or maybe something to put in wraps or to stuff peppers or something like that. But tonight we're using it to stuff our breakfast, our zucchini infused with beet juice breakfast wraps. If you have a better name for this recipe, please share the better name. All right, so let's begin. So what we need for this, we need zucchini that is infused with beet juice. And here we have our brightly colored zucchini. It's bright red, all right? And I used a mandolin to get them thin. So these are the zucchini. We're going to use this to make the wraps, okay? And all I did was to marinate the zucchini slices in beet juice, lemon, salt, and salt. Okay. And we have for the filling, we have some arugula, which is from the cruciferous vegetable family. We have some bell peppers. Oh, and I forgot I was going to make some pickled onions, but I didn't. But you can add pickled onions to the recipe as well. I have some fresh avocado. I have some sprouted lentils to add additional protein. And I have some microgreens, and we'll plate this really nicely, as we always do. And then we can enjoy this as a breakfast dish. And if you want, you can also enjoy it as a lunch item. All right, so let's get started. We'll start with the first wrap. I'm going to make it on this plate, and then I'm going to transfer it to my my demo plate. Let me prep my demo plate, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm going to prep my demo plate. Going to prep. All right, so let's prep my demo plate here. I had a little bit of turmeric dressing that I made earlier in the week left over. So I'm going to use it in this recipe here as a dressing for my wraps. You know, I just do things differently here. I'm just going to put my dressing to the bottom of my wraps. Right? So I'm just prepping my plate. This is a turmeric. You can use any dressing that you like. I just love color. I am a color person in food, that is, not really in clothes. But I went to raw culinary school and I learned pastry chefing. That's how we plate raw foods nicely, because we know that we eat with our eyes, and we want to make sure that raw food not only tastes good, but it looks great, that you are invited by your eyes to eat that raw dish. So we just rest that over here, and we'll start with the first wrap, okay? So we will pat the zucchini dry. We will pat the zucchini dry so that we don't have too much liquid running around here. So we're going to use the first one. And let's get the second one. All right. And we are layering this on top, slightly on top the other one. So that's 2. And we're going to use 3 zucchini slices for this first wrap. Okay. Just taking off the extra liquid from the zucchini slice. 3. So I layer them 1. This is how we want to layer them, 1 on top each other, a little bit overlapping on each other. All right, so what next do we want to do? I like to put a little bit of the pate along the zucchini, so that when you bite into it, you have flavor in every bite. So I like to spread it a little bit, right? I like to spread it, and it also helps to hold the other ingredients that you put in here. Obviously, I forgot to chop up my peppers, which I should have done before. I didn't. So we'll just chop it out, remove the seeds, and cut them into thin slices. You want them very thin. And as I said, if I had onions, I would also add pickled onions here, but I forgot to pickle the onions. All right. Let's just cut the other one while we're at it. 10 slices. Because remember, the food is raw, and you don't want huge, thick peppers. It's not really inviting or tasty when you have big peppers. So now you just cut these very thin. I don't really like using gloves, but you know, because kind of messes up me cutting really thin. All right, so these should work. And then I have some avocado slices here that I'm going to, you also want to cut the avocado as thin as you can get it because you don't want it to stick out in the roll, in the wrap. All right, so let's begin with these 3 slices. And you can add anything else that you like, right? So I'll add my arugula. So the side that I'm going to roll is away from me, and I'm going to roll the thinner side in up, just like you would do like a nori wrap. And I'm going to add some peppers. And then I'm going to add a little bit more pate. All right. And some avocado. And a little bit of your sprouts in here. Okay. Oh man. Ay, ay, ay. Let's use the back of the spoon. All right. So now we just roll this up. Look at how beautiful the color is on this infused beets here. And make sure you have enough of the pate on the end to kind of keep the ends in. Keep like glue, you know, like glue. All right, so now we have this. Don't worry, some will fall out. That's okay. You could stick it right back in there. All right. So that's our first wrap. Let me share space here for a minute so that we can plate the dish properly. That is our first wrap there. Now I'm going to lift this up without trying to make a mess. And we're going to move it to our meal plate. See that? It almost looks like a piece of lobster. So that's our first wrap there. I'm going to add the second one. Do you see the burst of color? Come on, tell me. Why would we want to cook this and destroy all that anthocyanin, all the flavonoids, all the anti-inflammatory properties in this food? Oops, I forgot to dry them out a little bit. Too much liquid. All right, just dry it out a little bit. So just make sure the edges overlap so that they can roll properly. Let's use this one. All right. All right, so the overlap, we're gonna do a 3. Now this is a little long on the edge here, so kind of want them to be same length. So I'm just gonna clip that a little bit. All right, so again, I like to put a little bit of the pate along the entire zucchini so that when you bite into it, you get flavor at every bite. All right, now we're just gonna layer up our greens. You can put any green you want, but I'm using arugula tonight. And I have some bell pepper. If you have red, you can put red bell pepper in there. Some pickled onions. All right. And then we want a little bit more avocado. Let's just get a very thin slice of avocado. All right. I hope you're looking. I'm making notes here. All right. Share the link. Share the link. Wake the people up. I have a piece of avocado here. You can even put some olives in here as well to add a little extra saltiness in there, especially it would taste so nice. Pair so well with the raw lentil peas, raw sprouted lentil peas. All right. I like to add a little bit more of the pate if you want on top here to keep the stuff together. Keep it from falling all over the place. So now we need to roll this up. All right. Just picking up the edge with my knife, folding it forward to help me roll. Alrighty. Look at that rich red color. All right. Don't worry at all. If it comes out, that's quite okay. Just poke it right back in there. And now we're going to move it from our working station to our plate without making it fall apart. Ay, ay, ay. Wonderful. Look at that. So there you have it. I used one zucchini. I have a few left, but one zucchini was able to give me these 2 rolls. So now what do I want to do with this beautiful masterpiece? Scott, take a look at it. See the color, the yellow, the red, the green. So rich in anti-inflammatory goodness, flavonoids, anthocyanins, you name it, it's in here. The pate has nori sheets filled with natural iodine to support your thyroid, your reproductive system, filled with minerals, rich in minerals. I also have turmeric in the sauce and sunflower lecithin in the sauce. And we talked about choline and sunflower lecithin in a couple of videos ago. I mean, this is detoxifying, it's healing, and it tastes good. All right, let's finish this baby here. Now we can do a couple of things with this. It looks so pretty like that. I just would add a few broccoli microgreens around here. Oops, microgreens are not coming out. Few microgreens around the plates. All right. Microgreens are not coming out. Sticking to my gloves. All right, so there you have it. That's your savory breakfast zucchini beet infused wraps. Beautiful, isn't it? Well, thank you again for joining me on my live and hanging out with me while I make another nourishing, cell-loving, raw living breakfast wrap. I hope you tried the recipe. And the call to action is to like, subscribe, share the link to my channel, and eat more living foods. Eat more foods that are rich in natural nutrients, foods that are anti-inflammatory, foods that can heal the cell, foods that can give you energy. So I thank you again. Bye. Have a wonderful evening. See you in the next video. Well, I want to show it to you again. You may like it. See that? That's beautiful. All right, bye.